Welcome, friends. So we are right now live on YouTube as well. So we'll start spot on time at 11 a.m. I'll share my PPT and then we will start. So friends, today is the last of the four series session that we had started around 3 weeks back on the basics of financial planning. What is financial planning? A ringside view. So the today's topic is mindset. So the mindset needed to become wealthy, rich, and financially free. And what is wealthy, rich? Before that, we will do a recap, a brief recap, just a run through what we had done in the previous three sessions. Our previous three sessions is also available on our YouTube channel by my name, Saurabh Bararia. The name is written on the left-hand side corner, and Moolbhoot. So we'll start. Like and subscribe my YouTube channel, and you can regularly be updated with our insights and wisdom about financial planning, health, and wealth. So we had discussed in the first session that what is financial planning, why should we do financial planning, and that the biggest asset in the world is our mindset, and why we must plan, and that failing to plan is planning to fail. By being inspired by Swami Vivekananda. Then we had discussed these three steps, which is 99% of financial planning done. If we can achieve, these three steps, then our 99% financial planning is done. The first was a term life insurance cover of 20 to 40 times of our annual expenses. Second was health insurance cover of one time or more of our annual family income. We had discussed those things in detail in that particular session. Right now, we'll just skim through. You can go back to the YouTube channel and see those things, or connect with me one-to-one over my WhatsApp, and then we can connect. And the third was systematic investment in businesses, the top class businesses of India, through mutual funds ideally. This was a brief about me, that I am a market participant, second generation market participant in the capital markets. I started my journey in the year 2000 with my father, who is an FCA and was a member of the then prestigious Calcutta Stock Exchange. After a brief stint with my father, I worked with legendary companies like JM Financial, Motilal Oswal, before starting my own wealth management practice. So financial planning goals, wealth creation, financial freedom, other goals. It can be a number of goals that we had discussed. How do we make it possible, to secure our families today and tomorrow and forever? Financially secure, safe, and then grow. So for that, we had said that there are three major steps that we, number one, avoid the mistakes that people generally commit, and then have a right kind of mindset, right set of mindset, and have executable strategies. So avoid mistakes, avoid confusion with clarity. The major wealth killers are these three: confusing insurance with investment, investing in insurance, and confusing trading with investing, and confusing volatility with loss. We had discussed these things in detail with examples, how various people play with our emotions, and fear and greed, and why when we surrender to our emotions of fear and greed, we are unable to create wealth, and rather we destroy our hard-earned money. that we had discussed some examples how we can have a better pension plan through mutual funds instead of the traditional pension plans of insurance, which is, after understanding all these things, you could have seen that it is a no-brainer that we should take pensions through mutual funds instead of, the traditional route. Although, we had also discussed about the risk that people think risk is in the markets. But we had discussed that the risk is not in the markets, risk is in the mind. And we had given a completely different understanding of the risk. So we had also discussed, this confusion between trading and investing and what happens typically. And what people typically do is when they buy into the right stock. So say they had bought into Reliance at rupees 100, they would sell for 100, 5, 10, 15. But if they had bought Reliance Power and it has gone to 95, 90, they start averaging. So these mistakes we need to avoid to create wealth like this. We have discussed these things in detail. And again, this particular side, that this volatility is not the risk. Investing, rather saving your money in fixed deposit and savings account and earning a return less than inflation. This is the real risk. This is the only risk. And if you invest through mutual fund, after a period of 10 years, there is no more risk to your returns. And the difference is massive, which we had seen over here. Sensex movement from 1990 to 2019. This is an old slide. Still, after every major crisis, in spite of every major crisis, we had made this kind of returns, which is like this kind of return. People, this is a HDFC, one scheme of HDFC mutual fund. They had started in January 95. And in around 2019, after 25 years almost, they had, compounded the money 66 times. Initial launch was 10 rupees. Then ultimately it was 66. Maybe today it is around 900. So this is the kind of return you can make in spite of 50% fall, more than 50% fall, 1, 2, 3 times, more than, around 30% fall, 1, 2, 3 times. So this is part of the journey. Far more money has been lost by investors preparing for corrections or trying to anticipate corrections than has been lost in corrections themselves. क्योंकि जब correction आता है तो लोग को लगता है बाजार crash हो जाएगा, अभी तो बाद में डालेंगे. I remember during the Corona period when the market was going down, I told a lot of people to invest now, but they were like, अभी market और जाएगा. Not until unless the market started rising till they understood that now we should invest. Similarly, on 4th June, when the market was down 6-7%, when I asked the investors to invest, they say, "Abhi to bazaar aur girega, baad mein dalenge." So it is always better not to anticipate such things and be a systematic investor. Invest every month, average every month. And in one of the upcoming sessions, we will discuss why systematic investment every month is better, and whether the market is rising or whether the market is flat or whether the market is going down. If we do systematic investment every month, we will get better, averages. Our costing will always be on the lower side. How? We will discuss in one of the upcoming sessions. Then we had discussed in one of our previous sessions about compounding, that what a big, force of nature is compounding, and the kind of money we can make when we, invest in top class businesses for longer periods of time. And simply 10,000 rupees recurring investment, every month investment of 10,000 rupees, systematic investment of 10,000 every month, SIP of every month at 12% can make you 30 crore rupees in 50 years. And in 15%, it can make you almost 100 crore rupees in 50. What you are investing? Just 10,000 rupees per month. And the potential is to get 100 crores after 50 years. By investing 10,000 per month, we have the potential to earn 100 crore rupees after 50 years. This is the power of compounding. So now we start our session of today, mindset. The mindset needed to create wealth, become financially free, and do what we want to do with our life, with our time. To achieve transformational mindset, to achieve freedom, we need wealthy rich mindset. And what is wealthy rich mindset? We will discuss in the coming slides. Before that, I would like to say that there are basically three types of mindset. The last two, filthy and wealthy. Filthy rich and wealthy rich are, two types of rich mindset. So going into the mindset, why a particular kind of mindset is required? You will find a lot of content in YouTube also, that wherever the focus goes, energy flows. And human beings are basically a kind of a magnet. And the kind of thought we think, that kind of magnet we become. If we think low thoughts, we attract low things, poor things in life. If we think, higher thoughts and we focus on higher things, we attract higher things. Wherever focus goes, energy flows. So basically, what is poor mindset? The poor mindset person, their focus is on expenses. कि कैसे भी somehow or the other, our expenses, if it is met, it is enough for us. Because their mind is that we are poor people, kaise bhi, somehow we have to run our lives. So since their focus is only on expenses, they earn only that much. They cannot save much. Whatever little they can, save after their expenses, they put it in low yielding asset classes. And that is why they are never able to become wealthy and financially free. They invest in things like, savings account, FD, and maybe they buy land and they buy gold. Although land and gold are inflation beating, but like we discussed in earlier sections, a small percentage difference over a longer period of time can create a lot of difference in our absolute returns. So 7% and 12%, the gap is only 5%. But over a long period of time, the gap can be, of many, many times. Similarly, the middle class mindset person, their focus is on savings. Whatever we are earning, we must save small portion in gold, in savings, in FD, so that we can, purchase a house after a few years, or we need to save for our children's marriage and education. So those things are there. So since their focus is on savings, not on investment, therefore they earn only, suboptimal returns, and they can only create a asset or two for themselves and not become financially free. But the rich mindset people, they are focused on investment and becoming financial free. So from day one, when they are earning, they are focusing to buying assets that will give them returns. Instead of spending their energy and earning, once they have earned the money, they want to put it in a investment, in an asset class, in a place where that money will get them returns. So they explore the stock market, they invest in mutual funds, they invest in properties that will give them high rental yields. Typically, if we invest in flats, in residential properties, it will give us, rental yield of 1.5%, 2%, 2.5%, at most 4%. But if we can invest in properties, commercial properties or warehousing properties, then we can get rental yields in upwards of 7%, 8%, 9%. which is a huge gap. So the rich mindset people, they are always focusing on creating assets and leveraging their money and buying infrastructure. Infrastructure as in when we buy into the scheme of a mutual fund, what are we doing? So what is the scheme of a mutual fund? In a mutual fund, there is a fund manager and there are many other, research team that are working under him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 people who do the research that in India, in the listed space, in the unlisted space, what are the best companies that are available, which if we invest, we can get a good return, inflation beating return, more than inflation beating return for a long period of time. So that infrastructure we can buy simply by doing an SIP, a systematic investment of 1,000 rupees only, or maybe as low as 500 rupees. So rich people invest in high quality infrastructure. If you know this mutual fund, if they buy into the shares of Reliance or say Tata or Birla or say Sun Pharma, HDFC Bank, what are they doing? They are buying into the infrastructure of HDFC Bank. There are so many thousands of branches and lakhs of employees of HDFC Bank. They have become our, employees for that portion of shares that we hold. And when the infrastructure is working, they are giving personal loans, they are giving corporate loans, they are giving out credit cards, they are earning so many other kinds of revenues. And that is, our income as far as that much share that we are holding is there. So rich people invest in such infrastructures. They invest in their education. They invest in, themselves, in their mindset, in their knowledge, in their mental balance, in their physical health. And that is why they can keep getting new ideas and, explore new ideas and invest in top class companies and become wealthy. Once people become wealthy, friends, what happens is there are two basic terms that we can take. Once you have enough money to, have your basic necessities taken care of and have a large pool of money, so what two things happen? You become filthy rich or wealthy rich. So filthy rich is like when you're having a lot of money, I start becoming a spendthrift. Instead of focusing on becoming financial free or creating assets that are good for society and good for my returns, I start buying, liabilities. When I could have make done by having a car of say 20 lakhs or 10 lakhs, I buy a car of 2 crores on equal monthly installment. Instead of earning returns, excuse me, through my systematic investment every month, I start spending and giving returns to other people because of my lavish lifestyle, of my high-end cars, high-end gadgets, which I don't need. And, high-paying holidays, luxury lifestyle, where I could have, comfortably lived in a flat of 1 crore. I buy a flat of 10 crore on EMI, or maybe I spend my money there. So that is where, when by doing the wrong investment decision, also when you have a lot of money, you need to create a talent pool who can allocate that extra money, that extra capital in a way that we continue to get high returns of our money. But if we are unable to do that and we start being spendthrift, then whenever some or the other shock comes, like Corona or GST or demonetization or some down cycle in a particular industry, we again become middle class or poor financially. Right now, we are talking of mindset. So this is the filthy rich mindset, which will not allow us to become wealthy rich ever and financially free ever. But what is the wealthy rich mindset? The wealthy rich mindset is always, focused on efficiency, because efficiency is a social responsibility. And as businessmen, as entrepreneurs, it is our job to ensure efficiency of capital. So many startups are coming up. The startups that are successful are the startups that are creating technologies which are making the lives of people easy. That is to say, making lives of people's efficient. Also, so many technologies are coming up to, you know, recycle waste, reduce pollution, increase the efficiency of natural resources. Also, there is a lot of research being going into, creating alternative sources of energy like hydrogen, this fuel cell. So many other latest technologies are going. The idea is efficiency. If we can get hold of this one idea and work on that, then only can we become financially free. And that is the wealthy rich mindset. Key, but basically, what is wealth? Wealth, as I define it, friend, from the, wealth, it comes wealthy. So I must define wealth also. Wealth, according to me, is an asset which needs minimum investment, but and minimum, maintenance, and gives maximum recurring, everlasting returns. That is wealth. And that is the mindset we need to become wealthy. And that is wealthy rich mindset. So I can, even have a trademark on this name. I can take copyright on this name. Maybe I'll do it sometime. So basically, when you are focused on financial freedom, you avoid extravagant expense till the time you are wealthy rich. You are financially free. So out of your income, your focus is on investments, and you do it prudently through systematic infrastructure like mutual funds. People who are experts, who are doing it with some time, for some time, with a certain track record, and you keep doing those investments for a decade or two or three, and then you have a huge pool of asset, the returns of which are so much that even half of that, if you use, you can take care of your basic needs, and the other half you can keep reinvesting to grow your wealth. That is the situation we call wealthy rich, financially free. And that is our target with our, associates, so that everybody can become wealthy rich, and we can then realize our ultimate vision for the best education for everybody. For that, we have to do a lot of other work. So the focus of this session was wealthy rich mindset. And if you want to become wealthy rich, you have to focus on investments rather than expense. When you invest, then you become, over a period of time, financially free. Like I said, you have to invest in yourself, in systems, and in societal causes, because we are part of the society, and chain is as strong as its weakest link. So, like I said, the technologies, the companies that are making the lives of the people of our society easier will always benefit. Like, say, Reliance Jio. During Corona period, Geo had launched just before that, and they made our life so much easy. We were in the confines of our homes, but still we could do so much creativity, and there was a explosion of content at that time, and so many kinds of good and great and not so great content was created, and we could use our time in a fairly creative manner and stay sane in the confines of our homes. So there was a huge value that was created by Geo by giving us very low priced, high quality data. Similarly, they are working among other companies on hydrogen, which will make an India an exporter of energy, Atmanirbhar in energy. So the kind of value that it will unlock for India, and it will catapult India to the top of the chain in energy resources. From a consumer of energy, from a purchaser of energy, from a net importer of energy, we will become a high net exporter of energy. So that is the kind of societal causes large corporations are addressing. And again, one mindset topic I am reminded right now that when we were young, the 1960s and 70s, I mean, I am born after that, but in the 1960s and 70s and 80s, the movies always projected the businessman as evil. And that is why we were poor till 1990. Because businessmen are the people who ensure efficient allocation of capital. Today, whatever thing I need, I go to a shopkeeper and easily buy something and come back. So there are people behind the scenes, the businessmen behind the scenes, who are ensuring that my basic needs are available just around the corner. And to project them as evil is something that we are, like we are smashing our hand on a knife. So today, wealth creators are appreciated. And these wealth creators, when they create value for our society, only then can we, grow as a nation. So it is very important to see wealth creators as, as great people as, say, some writers or some politicians or some actors. So any fool can make things bigger, complex, and violent, but it is that takes the touch of genius to move in the opposite direction and make things simple so that everybody can understand. So making things as simple as can be done. If you can do these three things, be gainfully employed, protect your family and their lifestyle by term life insurance and health insurance, and investing 10 to 20% of your earnings every month systematically through SIP in top quality businesses of India through mutual funds, your 99.9% of financial planning is done. And for that 0.1% or 1%, you need to keep your mind focused on creating value for society and walking the path of righteousness, or if I may call dharma. Then only can we become financially free and wealthy rich. Thank you, friends. I'm highly obliged for your time. Before ending, I would just like to say that while I am creating this awareness, it is very important that people who want to create wealth for themselves, they are always in touch with a coach and a guide. And I can offer my services as a personal financial coach and guide for you through this financial jungle, so that we ensure that there are no mishaps, no accidents, no ifs and buts, and we achieve our goals of life, because every goal has a price tag, and for anything we want in life we need money. And to ensure that whatever money we are earning by our hard work, we are using that well to further grow our wealth and achieve our goals. So you can connect with me over WhatsApp, or you can write a message in my YouTube section where you are seeing this video, and we will get back to you. Most of the places, my WhatsApp number you can get. Still, you can write a message in WhatsApp, in YouTube comments, and we will connect with you. Before ending, friends, I will show you in video format some examples of filthy rich mindset, wealthy rich mindset, and why you need my services. So starting with filthy rich mindset. Before that, I'll stop the YouTube sharing, because if this thing goes, they might have some copyright issue. So we'll connect one to one. People who are seeing this over live channel, and for them, this is the end of this